Welcome to the Enable Growth channel. Thank you very much for joining me for another Enable Growth video podcast. My name is Stephen Nasebwedi. I'm glad you joined me. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, content marketing. What at all is content marketing? It's a question that often I get a lot of my clients asking me, what is content marketing? How can I do it right? And how does it help me to grow my business? Because to start with, let me say this. Content marketing is not sales. Ultimately, it builds the brand and sales will be the rewards. But if you're going to get into content marketing expecting sales tomorrow, you're not going to get that. So let's get into it. What exactly is content marketing? According to Joe Peluzzi, in his book, Epic Content Marketing, I recommend this book to everyone to buy it. He says content marketing is marketing and business process of creating and distributing valuable and compelling content to attract, acquire, and engage a clearly defined and understood target audience with the objective of driving profitable customer action. This is so important, and it's packed with a lot of keywords. So I want to break some of them down. Yes, to start with, it's a process. It's a marketing and business development process. Okay, it's not a one-off thing. You don't do content marketing today, then you stop and expect that you're going to get a result. It's a sustained process. It's always on, like I often say, and it's about creating and distributing. Listen to this: valuable and compelling content. And I often say this: if your content doesn't make your followers say, "I want to be more of that," then it's not valuable content. If they don't find any reason to share your content, and if they don't find any reason to come back for more and apply what you're teaching them or you're saying in your video or in your blog or your podcast, then it's not valuable. So it should be valuable and compelling content. Compelling means they can't go past it and they can't help but come back every week looking for more and recommending it to their friends and family and colleagues. So that's very important. And it says that it's to attract and engage a clearly defined and understood target audience. This is very important. Let me use an example here. Some of you may know that for many years I worked for PZ Cousins, for example. And we had a brand called Cousins Baby. I remember on the first day when I met my MD at PZ, he said to me, "Stephen, help us to develop Africa's own baby center." And a lot of you moms watching this will know baby center. So what we set out to do was to develop Africa's version of Baby Center. And we developed a platform called Mama's Nest within the baby, Cousins Baby platform across the region in Africa. Now, what did we do? We recruited pediatricians, midwives, and all sorts of experts to create content that moms were looking for to make them better moms. So content like how to massage your baby, how to powder your baby and put them to sleep. All those kind of content that moms were looking for. That's valuable content. And we created them and put them on a website, which was a blog. So that's valuable content. But we had a clearly defined target audience in mind. Moms, and these days, let me add daddies. Because daddies are involved in parenting and taking care of their babies. So that's what we did. Okay. With the objective of driving profitable customer action. Wanted them to take an action. We wanted them to fall in love with Cousins Baby, the brand. And that's very important. So that's how this definition breaks down. I hope that helps. Let me give you another one. There's a platform called SEMrush, and I will encourage all of you to follow at SEMrush on Twitter and get a lot of content from there. And this is how they put it. They say content marketing is all about creating and distributing relevant and valuable content to grow your audience. Okay, so you build a community by doing that, by creating valuable and relatable content that's relevant. You are building a community. And I often define a community as this: a place where people go, they find value, they want to go back for more value, and they want to invite their friends and family to join them there in that community. Okay, so let's look at some examples of good content marketing platforms or channels. You can have blog posts, for example. Okay, and let me put it this way: a proper blog is not a news distribution platform. A proper blog is a platform where thought leadership is expressed, where you go and find content that positions the brand or the blogger as an authority in that particular subject area. Okay, emails. So we all get email, what we used to call junk mail. Emails, for example, and newsletters are very, very important. We've got ebooks, or something what you call like white papers that we will publish on specific subject matter. Videos, like we've got YouTube channels with videos and show. One of the very, 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 very good series I want you to go and look for on YouTube is one called Maggie Diaries. Okay, go and look for that. It talks about how Maggie from Nestle traveled across the Middle East, meeting with moms, just tasting different recipes and having conversations about food. The idea was that at the middle of every recipe, there was a conversation, and that conversation hovered around how they were even using Maggie cube in their cooking. And then, of course, there's podcasting. Okay. And then there are bespoke apps, for example, that are sometimes built not just for you to be able to do the regular things like check your balance, do all sorts, but also with content that enables you to be able to grow. So, for example, let me again give this example. Those of you in Ghana, you would have heard a lot of radio ads and TV ads about Ayoba from MTN. And if you go there, you see how they've packed in there on the app a lot of great content so that you'll be going back every day to them. But the idea is that if you are buying data from them to go and watch, let's say, Netflix or any of those channels, why don't they bring the videos to you? Why don't they bring the movies to you? Why don't they bring the music to you? Why don't they bring all the news to you? So within that platform, you find that you're finding a lot more value, and then they keep you doing a lot more. But that's all given free. Okay? So you will find that they're giving a lot of value that you love, and it's at no cost to you. It's at a lot of cost to them. But it grows your affinity with the brand, and that's very, very important. Okay? Now, what are some of the benefits of content marketing? Let me just run through a few of them. It's not salesy. Now, let me say this. People go online not for you to pitch a product at them. They go online to find solutions. And so don't always sound salesy. Don't always be in a hurry to sell. Offer value, and when you've offered value, the sales will follow. Content marketing is not salesy. It's free, and customers love free value. Not free stuff, but free value. And that's very, very important. That's very different. It's generous. It shows that the brand wants to give things freely. It's generous. It loves its community, it loves its customers, and it wants to give to them, give more and more to them. Okay? It grows loyalty and affinity. Very, very important. And it builds trust and credibility in the brand. Okay? It also drives more traffic to your platforms, and it gives you more visibility. At some point in this series, we'll talk about search engine optimization. But the more, let me put it this way, the more content you have online about your brand, the higher your search engine ranking. So when you're creating a lot more content through content marketing, you are actually improving your visibility online. Okay? It generates more leads. It's not direct, but it generates more leads. But people fall in love with the brand, and they would want to go and look for the brand. They would want to place business and start using the brand. It gives you more authority. The customers begin to see you as not just somebody who is selling a product, but somebody who understands their needs, and you are the expert in that category, and they fall in love with you. So you have to become an authority in that area. It also gives you opportunity to have more customer engagement, especially newsletters and emails, for example. When you are sending them and you are asking people to subscribe to your channel and all of that, you are getting a lot more engagement with them. One of the things I also say is that you need to use these platforms, the content on these platforms, drive traffic to them from your social media channels. Okay. So like you have, let's say, a blog post. It's a long article, but what you do is that you take excerpts of it, put them on social media, Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever, and then drive traffic from there to your blog so people will come and deep dive about that content, deep dive into that content. That's very, very important. That's how you do it. So these are all some of the and plus it's shareable. Okay? People will not share a product pitch from social media. But if it's content that they love, they would want to share it. If I'm a dad and I find, let's say I'm a petrol head, and I find some great content on how, for example, to check my car before I get on the next road trip, and I love it, I want to share it with all my friends who are also petrol heads. Okay, so it's very, very important that you understand this. Now, there's so, like I talked about earlier, there's so many channels, there's so many ways that you can do content marketing. But today, I want to recommend to you YouTube as great content marketing channel. I know there are a lot of people out there who call themselves YouTubers. Okay, those are individuals. But here I'm talking about businesses, how businesses can use YouTube for content marketing. One of the first reasons that you need to do this is that video consumption is popular. Okay, let's face it, we all don't read a lot, but it's very easy to watch a video and get engaged in it. Okay, so that means very, very popular. It also improves your search visibility because remember, YouTube is owned by Alphabet, or who the company we call Google, and they practically own search anyway. So the more content on YouTube, the more visible you are on YouTube, means the more search, visible you'll be on search, and your search ranking will grow. It also shows great thought leadership. Okay, some of the people that I follow and I learn from, I discovered them on YouTube, and I know they are great people who share a lot of great content, and I watch a lot of YouTube content from them. So embrace that. And it's also very good for brand storytelling. The one I told you about, Maggie Diaries. Okay, so you're telling stories about the brand. You're talking about food. You're talking about recipes. But in there, at the center of it, is a brand. So you're telling stories about the brand. Okay, so it's very, very important. Now let's delve into it. How can you start YouTubing? All right. One of the first things, and this time, remember, I said doing YouTube as a brand or as a business, not as an individual who is just doing YouTubing for, whatever, to earn money from YouTube. In fact, for businesses, your first objective should not be to earn money from YouTube itself, but to use it to position yourself as a thought leader in the industry and generate business from that. Okay. So one of the first questions you need to ask yourself is, who are your audience and customers? It's the first question in marketing. Okay. Who are your audience and customers? And you need to do a bit of research to get to know them properly, for example. So if I go back to the example I gave you about Cousin's Baby and Mama's Nest, we have to understand who are moms. What are moms passionate about? Okay, we need to understand who are not even just moms, but the category of moms who will buy the Cousin's Baby products. Okay, we needed to understand moms. What are moms passionate about? What do they look for? What do they really? At the bottom of it, moms just want to be better moms and offer the best to their babies. So I used to often say, moms will not touch their babies with just anything. It has to be a brand that they know and they feel that their peers trust and their peers will recommend to them. Okay. The next one to ask yourself is, what are their needs? So these people you've identified, what are their needs? Now, I say it a lot. We don't sell products and services. We sell solutions. So what are their needs? Again, if I can use the Cousin's Baby example, a mom will buy baby soap not because she just wants soap, but she wants baby soap that will treat her baby's skin gentle. Okay, so that's the solution she wants, and that's her need. And you need to be able to understand that very well. And what do they value? What are the things that are precious to them? What are the things that they value? Okay, understand these. Now, once you've done that, then you can sit down, create a list of topics, okay, that will revolve around your brand and your expertise as the organization. Okay, create a list of topics. Now, let me say this here. This is where I need to advise you. You don't have to create all the topics and create the content on your own. For a lot of you businesses that recruit brand ambassadors and influencers, this is where sometimes you need to look at where you can work with them to create the content. There are a lot of YouTubers out there who you can partner with to create relevant content. A very easy example is where you partner with a very, very good chef to create content relevant recipes, okay, because they understand food better the food brand, you partner with them, and that's what they do. So you are partnering with them to create this content. But next step, like I said, is to create a list of topics, maybe about 10 of them, okay, to start with. Then validate your list. It's important that this list, one, can we get enough content around it? Is this the kind of content that people would want to really consume? Okay, before you do that, can we really? So you produce your initial list, like I said, about 10. Once you've done that, you produce your initial list of about 10 videos. Why do I say produce the initial list of 10 videos? It's important that once you create your channel, when people come there, they won't find just one video, but they will find a number of videos. So when they come there, they will spend a bit more time going through the videos. The more time people spend on your channel, the better for you. So they watch. Now, once you've done that, okay, then you upload your videos. The 10 that you've created, upload them. Then you need to optimize your channel and each video for search. You see the way YouTube works? When you're watching a video, they'll be recommending another video to you. It's because of the way the video has been uploaded, the way it's been tagged, the content on those videos. There's an art to even the way you upload a video. So it's very, very important that you do that. Okay? Don't just dump the videos. Create them, upload them, and optimize them for search. We can have a conversation about that at some point. Okay? Then you drive traffic to your channel via social media, traditional media, and other channels like I talked about. So you can take it could be, let's say, a 30 minutes video, but take 30 seconds of it, put it on Twitter as a highlight, and use that to drive traffic to the main video on YouTube where people come and watch the full video. Okay? It's very, very important. One of the other things you want to do also is remind visitors to subscribe to your channel. Super, 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 super important. Because they may stumble on your video. And if you don't deliberately encourage them to subscribe to your channel, they are not going to find your channel. They're not going to want to go to your channel. So tell them there's a channel. You'll be glad if they subscribe to it. Like I'm encouraging you now. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this if you love what I'm doing. And then remind them to share your videos. We have a sharing culture. If people find something they love, they want to share it with the people that they love. So remind them to share it with their friends and family, to other people who would really appreciate your video. Okay? Let me just drink a bit of water. Yeah, very good. Then, after you've uploaded your 10 videos, produce additional videos. This is when you begin to work through the rest of the list that you had. Okay. So, for example, you may decide that every week you upload one more video. So every week there's something new for the audience to come back to. Okay. Now it's very, very important that as you do this, once you've uploaded the first videos, people are watching it, get to understand the analytics, the way that they are integrating with the videos, the way that they are commenting, all sorts of things. That gives you ideas to develop even follow-up videos. So you may find that your list starts growing because based on how well the initial videos performed, you may find a need to do more videos as follow-up to what you've uploaded. Okay. And then the last one I've got here is keep an eye on your analytics and the engagement that you get. Now we're in an era where you need to make data-driven decisions. Everything about your video on YouTube is there in your YouTube analytics. You need to look at it and understand what's going on with your videos so you can be able to optimize the performance of every video after every week, after every video, every week, after every video. Very, very important. So like I say, use the insights to develop subsequent videos. Okay? All right. And with that, hopefully you find some success with content marketing on YouTube. And hey, don't forget to share your success with us. We love hearing case studies and I would want to hear from you. See you in the next one. Thank you very much.